How's it going, everyone? It's October 14th, 2025, Northwest Washington, Zone 8. I have a cinnamon spice apple tree grafted here, and it was loaded with fruit. And today I come out here, and there's only one left, right there. So something's been taking my apples over here. Funny thing is there's a Liberty tree over there that's just loaded with apples, and they're not taking those. Whatever was taking these, squirrels, raccoons, I don't know, but you would see them if they fell off. But for some reason, something's been targeting specifically this variety. This one's kind of interesting because it's on M7 rootstock, and then I grafted in a bud 9 Interstem, and then the variety itself is up here. So this is the stem. So this is a double graft with a stem. The purpose of the stem was for dwarfing purposes. Now this tree needs to get staked, but I'm not sure if the dwarfing was very effective unless cinnamon spice is just extremely vigorous, because it still seems pretty vigorous even with the dwarfing bud 9 stem. So you either need a more dwarfing, a super dwarf, for the stem to be effective. The stem is about 18 inches long, so it should have some effect on this tree to dwarf it without using an actual dwarfing root system. And M7 isn't even like a full-size root system either. So I don't know, I was just testing it out, but you can see how much growth it's put on, over a foot, some spots, and it was loaded with apples. So I'm not sure if the stem is doing much dwarfing. At least the bud 9. Maybe the bud 9 doesn't work so well. I'll also be experimenting with other super dwarf stems. But let's go ahead and taste this. I tasted it earlier. It was really good. I'm not surprised that the animals are trying to steal these apples. It still was hanging on pretty firmly. This is what it looks like. Very cool. No scab, and only one left. I'm lucky to actually be taking this video. Let's taste it, because I just had a Liberty, and so we'll see how this compares to it. It's not as crisp anymore. So about a week ago, it was still more crisp. It's not very crisp anymore, but it's extremely sweet and extremely flavorful. And it's got some water core now. So I feel like the flavor was slightly better about a week and a half ago or so, maybe 2 weeks ago. I can't remember when I tried it. The tree was still loaded, but something's been after them, probably for the sugars, because it's probably very sweet, especially now with water core. But yeah, interesting apple. It did taste better earlier, so I guess it's probably not considered a late apple by any means, but it's got good flavor. It's sweet. I don't know why they call it cinnamon spice. I didn't quite pick up too much on the spiciness, although 2 weeks ago I did kind of pick up on some of the spice flavors. It's very sweet with almost no acidity and good flavor. The texture is just not so good now. It was better earlier, but it's much sweeter now. Would probably be a good addition to cider. So yeah, interesting apple. For people that do not have a lot of space, I would probably not recommend this apple, because there are other varieties that I consider more important than this one. So far as I have observed it, it is good, but nothing special. Nothing too special. It's pretty good. If you're a collector and you want something interesting, maybe go for it. But if you have limited space, probably don't plant this one. Plant some of the others, the top apples like Gold Rush, Pixie Crunch, Liberty, Spartan, even Brayburn is a really good late apple if you let it hang. It's one of the last ones you're eating still hanging on the trees, like close to December, mid-December. I've gotten out there late December and there were still Brayburns on the tree, and they develop a really good flavor when they hang late. So they're definitely better options, I think, than this. But if you have the space and you want a nice little apple to add to your collection, it's not bad. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you next time.